plaintiff, Keoka Chambers, dated the defendant, but she claims her world was turned upside down when she discovered the defendant was a prostitute. Keoka says one of the defendant's tricks even came to their home, and she's suing her ex-girlfriend today for rent and stolen money. Defendant Latia Smith admits that she was a prostitute and insists not only did Keoka know about her profession, but she even tried to become Latia's pimp. Latia is countersuing for an illegal eviction and personal property.
Start with you.
Yes, sir. I met Latia 2011 on St. Patrick's Day. I thought I found that lucky charm, or apparently I found the wrong charm. I'm 14 years older than Latia, even though we hit it off really smooth. The world was turned upside down when I realized she was deceiving me.
How so?
I found out she was a prostitute. I have the copy right here.
Can I see it, please? It's a copy of what?
In a sting.
Just a picture. Arrest made in prostitution sting.
That's correct, sir.
Okay. All right. So
I'm not ashamed at all. That's what helped pay my rent, though.
Okay. You didn't tell her when you started dating her?
I told her. She knew all about it, sir.
Okay.
She even tried to pimp me out on a few occasions.
All right. Did you give her any of the money?
I gave her all my money.
Oh, well, she was pimping you out. She was taking your money, had you out there prostituting, and she get the money.
That's not true.
Straight up pimping. Ain't no try to. 100%. Straight up pimp. All right, go ahead, pimping.
That's not true, Your Honor. I confronted her about the situation, and she stated to me that it was escorting.
Okay.
So I said, well, Latia, why is this guy pulling up to my house? It was one of her tricks. He came to my house and confessed that he gave Latia $900 to have oral sex. So at this time, I'm like really devastated, like really what's going on. So I don't really look at nobody and judge nobody for who they are. I get to know the person for who they are. So I was deceived all this time.
And that's the price of that activity now?
No, no, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
'Cause years ago, you'd get round the world for $100. Go ahead, man. All right. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Okay. And how did you all break up?
Well, we never broke up. The thing is that Latia stole my wallet and she left.
And that's the lawsuit, but she stole why?
I don't know. She have no reason to steal.
Right.
I haven't stolen anything from her, Your Honor.
Yeah,
in 2
see,
years.
what she says
In 2
making more
years.
sense.
Over a course of 2 years, ain't nothing else ever came up missing before. So why all of a sudden, just because
Give me some background first. Do you want to give me some background?
I do, Your Honor. I met your plaintiff, Keoka Chambers. We got in a relationship kind of quickly. Like she's saying, she's saying I wasn't the person that she thought I was, or whatever. And the same thing, she portrayed to me a different character than who she usually is. Keoka likes to get drunk and be abusive, and I think she really actually needs AA for that. You definitely need to seek some attention for your alcoholic abuse that you do. And she's a big liar too, Your Honor. Like on simple stuff, she'll lie. She told me that she wasn't talking to one of her ex-girlfriends, found out that she was still doing it. Your Honor, she even sells marijuana. I tried to buy it back from her. She told me she didn't. So when she left the house...
You what? Tried to buy a bag?
I did. I tried
to... And she told you she didn't sell?
And she told me she didn't have it.
Is that part of your countersue?
No. I'm just saying she
saying you're countersuing her for personal property.
I am countersuing her for my personal property.
You gave her the money and she didn't give you your dope.
Well, it's not dope, Your Honor. It's an herbal substance.
Marijuana. So. You're right. You're right. It's not considered dope.
I don't like the word dope.
Marijuana. You're right. Dope is typically hard drugs.
Okay.
Go ahead.
However, I am countersuing the plaintiff.
All right. Let me allow her to tell me about you stealing money and the unpaid rent, which is highly confusing, ma'am, because you talking about she was a prostitute or whatever. You still getting money, or?
Sir, I have, you
still getting street money?
Sometimes, here and there.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make sense that she would steal your money.
Right.
She's still getting money.
She was stealing money. The thing is that Latia didn't have nowhere to go, and she was living house to house. And she asked me to put my name
Something
on.
doesn't sound right here.
I got all the proof right here.
She's stealing money, doesn't have a place to live,
Yeah, yes.
but you, out of your own mouth, said she's an escort and or a prostitute. So
I didn't
does
know
that sound right to you?
I didn't know that she was.
I understand, but once you knew she had money.
She never had no money. I don't know what she did with her.
So let's get to the rent and stolen money you're suing for.
You're right, sir. Thank you.
Tell me.
Okay, she said that I put her out. I never put her
Ma'am,
out.
tell me what months you're suing her for.
Oh, June, July, and August.
How much per month?
She had said she would pay all the rent if I put my name on a lease for her and her son.
June, July, and August.
Yes, sir.
And she moved in when?
October 10th.
Of 12?
Uh-huh.
And she paid the rent all the way through?
I've helped her pay the rent all the way through.
All right.
No.
And that's how much per month?
$850, sir.
All right.
Like, that's not true.
What has she told you?
She told me that she threw a surprise party for me.
No. What did she say about I can't pay you your rent? That's what she said. I spent it on a party?
On a surprise birthday party in July. She went to spend $600 gambling because she thought that she can bring luck to people there. She goes there.
Ma'am, did you do that?
I didn't take $600 to the casino, sir. I actually won $600 from the casino and played it back and lost, okay?
Good enough. And stolen money. How and when did she steal your money?
She stole my wallet out of my Hummer.
You saw her?
Yeah, she knows. I have statements from somebody that saw her take my wallet out of my Hummer. Her niece is Fannie Smith.
Okay.
I'm like, she's believing someone who doesn't even like her, Your Honor. I'm looking like, what's your niece?
She believes someone who doesn't, ma'am, your niece doesn't like her?
No, she don't even like her.
Okay, so that adds more credence to her letter. For someone to write a letter that benefits her, that doesn't even like her, I'm certainly going to believe her. Let's get to the rent, ma'am.
Hold on, Your Honor. Wait a minute. Can I reply to that? The only reason why my niece may have written her that letter is because we had an altercation, a physical altercation at our table
she
in my
don't like
house.
neither one of you.
That's
then.
what I'm saying.
All right. She's not playing favorites because she don't like either one of you.
I'm like,
unpaid rent. Tell me about the rent, ma'am. Did you pay June, July, and August or not?
I pay all my rent, Your Honor, in full every month.
Okay, you never missed a month.
I never missed a month.
Good enough. All right, and you have any evidence about? Let's see. What is that showing?
My rent statements that I paid.
Yeah,
this is the lease right here.
And where were you getting the money from, though?
I work.
And so what? You work, and guess what? I work. I've held numerous of jobs.
So you're saying she would give you the money and you would turn it in?
No, she would pay her part and I would pay the part. Now we're behind on the rent.
So what you're showing me is, ma'am, please be quiet. You don't have a lot of credibility here, ma'am. You're broke prostitute. That doesn't make sense.
I ain't no broke prostitute, Your Honor.
Those things don't go together. Those things don't go together.
That is not true. If that's the case, I wouldn't have had that $1,700 to put the down payment on the home, though, if I'm so broke.
It appears that you're paying half of the rent to whom?
Sir, my landlord.
Okay, that's the landlord. Is that the landlord?
Yes, sir.
All right. She's paid her half of the rent for these months. Do you have evidence that you've paid your half?
Your Honor, the reason why my names are not on those rent receipts is because I would give her my money and she would go and get the money orders and write them out to the landlord. That's the only reason why.
So you think she kept the other 400?
No, I don't know what she did with the other 400. She might have spent it in the bar tricking off with the girls.
Okay, when she mentioned this to you, did you respond? When she said you owe for June, July, and August, what was your response?
I asked her, how do I owe any rent for any of those months when I done gave you all my money?
And what did she say?
She didn't even have no reply today.
Good enough. And your counterclaim for illegal eviction and personal property, how does she owe you for that?
The legal eviction, sir, on the 29th of September, which was a Friday, this is the night after she came home drunk again, and we had an altercation. The lady spit on me, and I punched her back. I punched her in her mouth or whatever when she spit on me, you know what I'm saying? Fight got broke up. Following day, Friday, I was gone from earlier that morning. I had left because her son had woken up.
You were working?
No, well, no. I left the house because her son and her family members were there in the house, and it was just myself, my son, and my brother. My son is 3 years old. So I didn't want like a big old fight to break out in front of my son, so I called two of my sisters.
Did she change the locks?
Did she change the locks? The locks are changed now, yes.
No, then. How were you illegally evicted?
Oh, because when I left, I received a text message from her son telling me that all my clothes and stuff were outside.
Okay, and where are they?
My stuff got set outside the following week on a Tuesday.
A week later?
A week later.
Why didn't you go and get your things prior to then?
Because I ain't have to go get my stuff. I was expecting to go home, and then I find out on 29th she went and put a protection order against me.
Okay, you didn't intend to leave. You intended to go home.
Exactly.
And you went and got a protection order?
No, sir.
Yes.
She called the police to have the police to come get her to move out of my house.
No.
She was never thrown out. She volunteered to leave. Because
You
That's
never
not
said her.
true.
You never had her things set out?
No.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Who has evidence that her things were set out? What is it
This
you're
the
showing
evidence
me?
showing that the police officer escorted her to get her
the house.
Ma'am, you said that your things were set out. If the police came with you, they would have reported that they were set out. And I see no such report that your
I'm
things
just
were
telling
set
you that
out.
that's the text message I received saying that.
No, we're talking about the police. The police take you to somewhere to get your things. If they're set out, you'll see them, and the police will see them. That's
Okay.
enough, ma'am.
Well,
Judgment for the plaintiff. I believe nothing that
Thank
you're
you, sir.
saying. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day. I hope you get a better career, go to school, get an
actually
education.
do.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you, sir. Whatever you did, the bottom fell out. Pow. Whatever motive you had.
That's all right. It's
now
cool.
go find another, whatever.
Exactly.
I helped
but
you and your
lied.
son, though.
No,
I helped you and your son.
because I helped
you and your son.
What
broke.
do you
You
mean?
a broke.
You a broke. You
down
would
bitch.
have for me.
Look at that.
It
Look
was
at that.
not for
Look at that broke down wig.
You're a broke
Look at that wig. You
Look
look
at
like a
you.
broke hoe.
You're wearing
That's a
clothes from
broke
years
hoe.
ago.
Broke hoe.
You're a broke hoe.
Boo, boo, boo.
Honey, then why was you with this broke hoe?
Broke hoe.
Why
You
was
was
you
with me.
then?
You tried to use me. I was your trick apparently, but you got trick or treated.
Honey.